So, let's talk about ZA. So I got a Switch 2, so I've been playing it on the Switch 2, but I will say this is definitely a Switch 1 game that's been up-resed, upscaled to the Nintendo Switch 2. This definitely feels simplified. It feels very basic in the textures, and the design of the city itself has been proven to be one giant just polygon, right? And you're limited to just Lumio City. Now, a lot of these are being done with the Switch 1's limitations in mind, so you can't look at this game as a Switch 2 game. You have to look at this game as a Switch 1 game that is being ported over to the Switch 2. Looking at it as a Switch 1 game, this is a pretty good game. They did very good optimizing the Scarlet and Violet engine. The battle mechanics are fresh and new and exciting. The story is really engaging. And overall, I'd say the colors and the textures of the Pokemon, as well as the animations of their moves, are very well done. And it's exactly what we were hoping for back in Sword and Shield, and we didn't get it. So what are the bad things about this game? Well, it's short. It's a game for kids. So as an adult, I have to keep my expectations low. But the story does feel pretty short for a $70 game on the Switch 2, a $60 game on the Switch 1. I'm at 35 hours and I'm at the tail end of the story right now. I've been doing all the side quests. So realistically, you're looking at between 40 and 50 hours of gameplay for most people, as long as you're able to get through things in 1 or 2 goes. And it feels like it could have been more. And the more that they're going to give us, we have to pay extra for, which is disappointing. Right? So at the end of the day, if you want a TLDR of everything, textures are very basic, but the game itself looks pretty gorgeous. The gameplay is fun and exciting, but it is simplified for children. So as an adult, keep your expectations low. As a Switch 2 game, this is kind of a failure. As a Switch 1 game, this is a success. And I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now, as far as should you buy it new? No. Realistically, this is not a $70 game. A $70 game has 60 to 80 hours of content with, no paid DLC off the bat. We're looking at $100 just for, an extra maybe 10, 15 hours of content. Realistically, that's how Pokemon does their DLC. So don't buy this game from GameStop. Buy this from your secondhand shop. If you can get the Switch 2 version for $50 or the Switch 1 version for $40 and pay the $10 upgrade fee, you're looking at a pretty good value game. You're going to get some engaging gameplay. You're going to get some pretty good graphics. You're going to get a very engaging story, and you're going to get about 30 to 40 hours of gameplay out of it. But realistically, this is overpriced for what it is, and I wish I hadn't bought it at $70, but I did, and I will say I have greatly enjoyed it.